Let's take a look at the low voltage fuse selection tool inside the Bussmann series toolbox. As we open this tool, we see that this is a parametric search tool. So this gives you the option to fill in certain categories of information that is known about the request for the fuse. Real quickly, what we have here are we start with fuse characteristics. That would be time delay or fast acting, if that's known. The required AC or DC voltage, or both. The ampere rating, and then we move over to possibly, if you know, fuse class, fuse family, fuse series, application, and then lastly the body type and the dimensions. So if you know, the more of those that you know, or if you know any of those, you need to know at least a few things about what they're asking for. It'll allow you to show the number of options that we have for those fuses. So let's say a customer maybe calls you up and says we need a time delay fuse and it needs to be 250 volts AC. So pick that, and let's say they tell you that it's 10 amps and that's all they know about it right now. 10 amp 250 volt time delay. If you know a specific ampere rating, you would enter that number in both boxes. That's going to limit the range to just that 1 amp rating. This also gives you the ability to search a number of different amp ratings over a range. So we know those items. Go ahead and press search, and we see our results that come up here. And we've got 20 results. So it did narrow it down a little, but it didn't help us a whole lot. We can see fuses like the FNM10, the FNQ10, the FNQR10, FRNR10. It's hard to know exactly which might be suitable for them. So this would prompt maybe another question. Maybe we can go back and say, do you know anything else about the fuse? Do you know the class, for example, or do you know the family or any other information? Dimensions are always good to know as well. Let's say they come back and they say, you know, we double checked and they said it's an RK1 fuse. So once you add that category, once you add that little selection in there, you're prompted to press search again to display the results. And now that we research this, it comes up with only 3 results. So for RK1 fuses, you're looking at either an LP-NRK series or the 2 LP-SRKs, the indicating and the non-indicating fuses. The reason we give you the 600 volt rated fuses is those could be applied at 250 volts. So just to provide more flexibility of option, that's a reason why we do that. But let's say they're going to settle on this LP-NRK. They know it's 250 volts, and it's also a little bit more compact, as you can see in the dimensions here, than a 600 volt version of that fuse. A couple things we provide in addition to the summary and the dimensions. We also tell you what fuse block you could use with it, because that's usually the next question. If they're installing this, maybe for the first time and it's not a replacement part, they might want to know what fuse block. We also give you the ability to directly view the data sheet. So we can click that. And as that downloads, we bring up a copy of the LP-NRK data sheet with all of the good information on there. So this can be forwarded over to the customer in case they just want to double check, or a lot of times maybe there's an engineer or maintenance guy involved, might want to see the data sheet. You can also go to View Details. View Details will bring you to the product page. Product page, in addition to having those data sheets that we just looked at, has other information, product profile. A lot of times we'll have, for example, the Fuses Made Simple video and just some other really good sales collateral there. And you can also add this to a bill of materials. And the benefit there is by adding to the bill of materials, so we've just added it and we'll go and take a look at it, is you can, this maybe is more of a benefit if you have multiple parts, but you can certainly do it with this one, just one single part. Let's say you want to update this and you say, you know what, they probably need 3 of those and not just 1. So we'll update that quantity. And then we can also use that to send an email directly to the BusCussat team, which already sets up your email to do that. It says, hello Bussmann team, my account number is, and that's where you would insert your distributor account number. Please provide pricing and availability on the below part numbers, and it gives you a summary of the part number and the quantity. So you can easily contact the Bussmann team and request a quote on that. You can also, if you want to remove these from the BLM, maybe you have a different one you want to add in there, you can always just go ahead and click, take it out, and you can be ready to, it kind of takes you back a little bit out here, you can be ready to go in and do another low voltage search. Now keep in mind it's kept all the information that you've had, so the way to clear that is just simply to hit the reset button and you're ready to go again.